Tracy, I'm plugging along, doing great on my diet and my exercise, and then I just don't know what happens. This always happens. I'll be plugging along, I'm doing so well, and then all of a sudden I miss a day. I have this bad day, and then it just goes to pot from there. And then I'm always, I'll just start back up next Monday. And then Monday comes, and then by Thursday, and then I'm gonna start again on Monday, and it's just all so difficult. I just don't get it. I just can never stick to anything. I get going, I get momentum. It's the beginning of the year, I'm super excited. I get a few days in, someone brings something into the office, it trips me up, and then I can't get back on the plan. Welcome. I'm Tracy Hensel. I'm a certified professional coach and ICF credential holder. I help people just like you achieve goals, whatever those goals look like for you. Health and wellness is a big one. In fact, right now I have a program currently going called 3 Week Intense. It is a quarterly program, so if you're looking to get registered for next quarter, stay tuned. You'll be able to get registered for that soon. Maybe already, so check the link in the description box. Yeah, I hear this all the time. You're speaking my language. Although I am consistently on my plan year-round, that doesn't mean that I don't have a day that I didn't intend to take off, and I did. Or I had a meal that I didn't intend having, or maybe even a day. Yes, once in a while that even happens. Not very often, because I've learned that that doesn't please me, that that doesn't serve me. And while it's great in the moment, the repercussions aren't worth it. So I've grown, right? I've grown, but I have a lot of years under my belt to make those little mistakes and learn from them. That's the key, is we learn from the mistakes that we make, mistakes to us. I'm not going to judge what you're doing as a mistake, but if you see it as a trip up, it's all in adjusting course and saying, what do I need to learn from this? But let me just say this, because we're probably already getting to the time when you're starting to fizzle off of these New Year's goals, right? They just tend to not stay and stick for those that repetitively don't stay and stick, right? That's their lens, and they buy into it, and they don't believe they can ever change. Well, here's what I want to tell you. Yes, everything you're saying, yep, yep. This is me in coaching, as they're going on. Yes, and you know why? You know why? Because it's hard. Yeah, because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to stick with it, right? Even those that do stick with it, most of us will say it's hard. It is hard. We get used to the hard. So that part gets easier because you just get used to it. The only difference between those that don't stick with the plan consistently and those that do is we are used to the hard, so we just are used to it. You just need to get used to it, right? If you had a toddler running around, you're just used to the house being in chaos, right? I'm not used to it because I'm not always around it. It's not always happening. It's hard. It's hard. Just face it. The problem is most people want it to be easy. They just don't get why it's got to be so hard. And whenever it gets easy, then I'll stick with it. Well, you'll never stick with it if you're waiting for easy. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for the neighbor. It's hard for this person. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But you know what else is hard? Staying where you're at, not getting the job done. Because how does that leave you feeling? It's all hard. Choose your hard. And this is not the first video that I've done. Choose your hard. It's all hard. Which hard will serve you more? Which hard will be living your highest self, your ideal self? Which hard will create a fulfilling, satisfying life? One that has a lot of happiness in it because you're happy with yourself. And when you're happy with yourself, it's amazing, amazing how many blind spots you once had are no longer there. Knee-jerk reactions that you once had, You're so less fazed by them because you have so much more happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction with yourself. It's all hard. Choose your heart.